895. I'm going to minimize chat. There we go. Chat is minimized. White to move. End game. So his knight, I guess it can't quite get trapped, but let's see. I want to take out that knight. So let's go. So how can I do that? That doesn't work. Here. And if he goes to B, well, hang on though. So can I could take, I'm not fast enough, eh? Interesting. Interesting puzzle. Boom, bang. Take. Check. Nope. I'm too slow there. I'm too slow. Okay. Interesting. So could I just run then? Oh boy, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. So F6. I mean, if he pushes, I'm just going to... I mean, should I try to beat him to it? I wonder if that's a win. Check. I even just run here. I don't know. I don't know about that. So maybe I need to stop it. And then let's just say he gets me here. And then takes. This is very, okay, I don't know the right plan here. This is very hard. This is extremely difficult. This is very difficult. I'm thinking F6 though. So if he takes, I have to take. Wow, no, this is unbelievably hard. How come these two squares are colored? It shows both of our last moves? Oh, never mind. I highlighted it somehow. Somehow I did that. I don't know how I did it. Oh, I left clicked on it. Yeah, okay. What if... Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah, probably I push F6. I mean, yeah, it has to be pushing a pawn, and the other pawns doesn't really make sense to push. Like if I go check, and if he goes to e8, and if I push the f6 pawn for whatever reason, I wonder if that's like enough. If he ignores it, I guess he could just ignore it. You know, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go f6, and then so that was right, and then I think I have to take, because this check would do nothing, so I have to take, and then it may be d6 here. No, d6 is too slow. He'll just play h2. So I could either go after this pawn, or I could try to promote. Now if I go to f7, there's king e7, and then after after check, then those pawns are self-sufficient. So that's an enticing plan. And what if he lets me promote, and then he promotes? See, I don't know if that's enough. But probably I can pick up his knight. Check right here picks up his knight. And that's a win. That has to be a win. If we did that. Boom, bang, check. Take. And I'm up a bishop and a pawn. That should be a win. And the only other course for him is to go to e7. But then I create these self-sufficient pawns. So after check, and after he goes to f8, yeah, I think that's the answer. So we push, check, yeah, okay. Opening up chat. That was difficult. So new personal best, 28.95 on puzzles. Okay, let me update the title. Aiming for 2,900. Yeah, so here, probably I could go after this pawn too, but probably I just go and push d7. Well, maybe not, because then he can just go back to where he was. Oh no, then I promote, and then I promote. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat. Do the next one. Black to move. Woo, endgame-orama. This should be awesome. So where are my pawns going up the board? I need to put on notation. Or can I go back? Am I going up the board? Black to move it should be from my perspective, right? I hope so. I don't know how to put on notation, and the settings button doesn't work. I must be going up the board if it's black to move, right? It should be from my perspective, right? I'm going to assume so. Yeah. So this is interesting. Very interesting. So let's look at king g3 takes. Okay, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. and I lose, right? Doesn't work. Too slow. Boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. Too slow. If I go boom, that's pointless because of check. I guess I could go this way. It's possible. What if I did it this way? Boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom. No, it's still too slow. Okay, so let's look at here. Because he's got to play rook d8. If he doesn't, if he gives me a check, I could just take his pawn or even just go here probably. And eventually, he's going to have to go here. And then I can push. So this is looking, I mean, he's probably pushing here. I mean, and so after he goes rook d8, then I just run the other one. Yeah, actually, Dvoretsky's endgame manual say 2 pawns. Oh, that's only if they're together, though. 2 connected pawns, they can't be stopped. This is not quite the same here. But yeah, boom, bang, boom. You know, take, queen check. Queen against rook and a pawn. Technically, I think it's a win, but extremely difficult to convert that. But I don't know what he does about this. Because whatever he's going to do. Wait. Push. And rook d8. Yeah, and then push here. I don't know what he's going to do about that. I guess. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do about it. So I'm going to push and I'm going to push. And then, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I can't queen because of rook f8. So my king has to escort the pawns. So what if I go here? Yeah. It seems like I could go multiple moves though. Like why not here? What, does this not also win? Takes. It seems like it also wins though. Seems like everything wins. How come? Seems like everything wins. Almost everything wins. Like even here. No, this one might not. Well, yeah, that one might not win because then you might go king takes. Say if I go like boom, 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 then he has check. Yeah, here he would win my queen. Oh no, he's got here though. I mean, yeah, then I have here check. So I don't understand this. Seems like everything wins. Yeah, boom, boom. Unless, I mean, unless he gives me a check first. I don't know how that would make a difference. Check here right away. Maybe. If I went here. Yeah, I mean, because if takes queen And then check. I just run. But I mean, that seems like it wins for me too. I don't get it. You know, check, and then eventually I'm just going to go in. I don't get it. I do not understand. Like, doesn't everything win? Or should I just take the pawn? Does that make my life the easiest? Maybe? Yeah, maybe it's taking the pawn. Yeah, that's probably what it is. How come I didn't think about that until now? Yeah, it's taking the pawn. Oh! It's no, whoa. That was rated 3,000. What did I miss up? I don't understand that. Whoa. Oh, I hate when I hit the back button. So how do I redo it? I'm just gonna make the same one again so that I can redo it. Okay, so I can't believe that. I don't understand. So boom. And then he went here and then I pushed. So, sorry. So, he went here and then why can't I take rook g8? I don't get it. Wait. Something's changed here. First of all, this is a draw. Oh, then he brings in the king? What? This doesn't make any sense to me. So, hang on. Yeah, so he goes rook check. King. If I bring in the king, then I'm even losing. Oh, yeah, then he gets the back rank. I was wondering how he could get to the back rank. So, I can only hold the draw here after I bring the king up. Okay. But at the same token, I don't understand why, because like this seemed winning to me. Apparently white wins after rook e8 check. And then rook f8. Oh, because I should have seen that. I can underpromote to a knight, but it's not enough. Yeah, I missed rook f8. Okay, then that would have made me find the right move of king g3. Wait a second. There's two winning moves here. No, yeah, it's only king g3. Yeah, because king g5, he just gives a check again. And then he can take my pawn. So I should have figured that out. That was silly of me. I should have figured that out. It was not too difficult to figure out. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat. Do another one. Fortunately, I only lost 3 points on that. I should have figured that out. That wasn't that very difficult. Okay, so let's look at the most obvious. So first of all, I'm down a pawn. Okay, so check. Takes. Check. Takes. Knight g5 looks interesting. unless I want to do this first, check. But he might, yeah, he would have to, he has to take with the knight. And then knight g5? I don't know about that. He could just play like g3. So let's change the move order. Yeah, knight g5 right away. And if g3, then I take rooks. So knight g5. Knight g5 looks good. I mean, I've got two threats. I've got a threat on e8 and h7. So if bishop takes, then I just take the rook. And I'm up the, well, yeah, I'm just up. And so, and if he takes my rook first, I just give a check, and then I win a pawn, and I take here. That's got to be good enough. I'm gonna go here. Yeah. So you go g3, and then I take here. Check. Okay, a simple one. So that's a new personal best, 28.97. Made up for that -3 on the previous one. Hello, Falkbeer. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've got like throat issues though. Like really bad. I don't know. I think it's acid reflux, but I've had it for like a very long time. Other than that, I'm fine. Hope you're okay. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to minimize chat. Okay, white to move. We're down a piece, so we have to basically give checkmate or win the queen. So let's look at the most obvious first, queen d8. He's got two moves. So let's look at king f7. And then we have queen f6. Is there enough for a mating net there? Let's say king e8. So I'm going to do that in my head. So yeah, so queen d8, king f7. And we'll say queen f6 and king e8. Then let's say queen g8. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. And then yeah, king d7. Well, no, let's say he goes back up to e8. I mean e7, then king e7. See, my knight isn't really contributing there. I don't know if I like that line. I could also give a knight check to start. But I don't really like that either. Queen h6 is a slow move. That's interesting because knight f6 is, I guess it's not quite mate, but it's very close. If I had two free moves like queen h6 and knight f6 and king f7. It's still not enough though. Okay, let me look at the beginning again. So queen d8, king f7. Knight d6 question mark? Hey, what about knight d6? That looks interesting. So queen d8, king f7, knight d6. Check. And we keep him in the corner. Then he has to go to either g7 or g6. That looks interesting. So queen d8, king f7, knight d6, and let's say king g7. So king g7. Ugh. What do we do about king g7? I guess I go queen e7, check. Yeah, and then there's got to if it goes back to the 8th rank. So let me do it again. So queen d8, king f7, knight d6, check. And if king g6, or no, if king g7, then I go queen e7, check. And if king g6, I go queen f7, check. King g6. Ugh, I don't know. I mean, but probably there's a mate after h5. And then king f5, then I have king g4. He's slippery though, but I think there should be a mating net there somewhere. But I was a little bit sloppy in my calculating. But I really like knight d6. So queen e8. And what if he doesn't go to f7? What if queen e8 he goes to g7? Well, then I have queen f6, and he has to go to the 8th rank. But then I run into that other line again by transposition. So queen d8, king g7, queen f6. And king g8. But then maybe knight g5. Knight g5. And let's say he goes queen c7. It's not so clear. Then I could take on d6, but it's not so clear. Check. It's got to be the first move though, queen d8, because knight f. I just don't see knight f6 is working. I'm going to go queen d8. A little bit lazy in my calculating though. Yeah. Okay. So he goes king f7, which is good because I like knight d6, but I wonder if I should look at queen f6, because if he had gone king g7, I would have had to have played queen f6. Yeah, queen f6, king g8, knight g5. And then he just goes to the 7th rank. But then I guess I have... that looks good too, because then I have knight e6. You know, check. Boom. Yeah, then knight g5. Queen... Oh, I guess the queen could defend it. Queen d7. Yeah, there's queen d7. So, okay, so knight d6 check. I mean, I like this line, and then I go to g8, and then we mate on. It's not quite mate, but it's very close. Check. If he goes to g6, queen g8, Yeah, let's say he goes to to h6. I don't know. Then what? Then we have to go to queen f7. Uh-oh, that's kind of a dead end there. He goes back to g5. Then I go to f6. Okay, I'm making a bit of progress there. Then he goes to g5. So I triangulate in. Yeah, then he goes here. Yeah, then I go check, and then I go knight f7 mate. Okay. And he just gives up the queen. Okay. Opening up chat. I figured it out, but a lot of it was lazy calculation. I didn't look at every line. I hit 2,900, so that's good. But I'm going to look at that with the computer because I was lazy on my calculating on some of the lines. I'm going to update the stream title, aiming for 2905 now. Yeah, so I'm going to look at this with the computer now because I want to be clear about all of the lines. So it started here. Yeah, so first of all, this was the more annoying line. It's a mate in 3 though, queen e7. And if he goes back, oh, it's just, yeah, I guess it's just a mate in 3. I forgot that I'm just cutting him off here. Okay, and if he goes forward though, this was a more annoying line. So check. Oh, okay, then whoops, and then it just made, okay. In my head, it wasn't so easy. Yeah, in my head, this wasn't so easy. This line. When I make the moves on the board, it looks so freaking simple. And if you go to the corner, just mate on f8. So this was the easier line. That's why the computer went to f7. And here we can't take on f6. I guess because he can start running this direction. Yeah, king e8. He can run to freedom here. So knight e6. But here there were a few lines still. So if g7, then queen e7, and this is mate in 1, and here king f7, and then, oh yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay, so if he goes forward, queen f7, check. When I make the moves on the board, it's so clear. In my mind, this looked a lot fuzzier, so I wasn't able to calculate it really confidently. But it looked like it enough for a mating net. Like once I saw this as being like the best defense for black, I just assumed it's got to be a mating net here. Yeah, so this I did calculate this line. So, yeah. Okay, let me take a sip of tea. I broke the 2,900 barrier. Okay, I'd like to do another endgame one. Those are very enjoyable. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat. Here we go. Oh god, this is the opposite of an endgame puzzle. So, do I know this opening? I guess it's an English. Could be a d4. Could be like a Nimzo. No, it can't be a Nimzo. I think it's some type of English. Anyways, black to move. I don't... Okay, so this looks dumb though. Okay, so let's look at the most obvious move. So knight b4. The tactic here? I mean, knight b4 is the most likely candidate move. So knight b4. queen somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's almost some trickery on c2. That's a mate, right? So deflection of the queen. If we could get the queen somewhere, this is mate. This doesn't really help because the queen is still covering c2. And I don't think we can actually deflect this queen. Yeah, there's nowhere to deflect it. Okay, so yeah, we look at knight b4, queen b3. Oh, I could even give a check. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Knight b4. How does he stop this? And he has to move the queen too. So that's probably just it. Queen somewhere. Let's say queen b1. And then I just go check. And then we have a windmill. I think I'm just going to play that. That has to be winning. I mean, unless, well, no, because I'm going with check. Well, so would he though. But I check, no, yeah, it's got to be here. So he gives a check. I didn't consider this, but, well, I should have considered this as a possibility. So there's no tempo move here for me. But at the same time, he can't deal with this. So, I mean, I could even just block with the queen, I think. Take, he can't do anything about my threats. Right? Now, the question is, why do I block with the queen? Why can't I just go king b8? Well, I guess another check, and then I guess it does matter because then knight c2. I mean, I'm actually not threatening knight c2 anymore. Well, no, I never was. Sorry, I was threatening this, right? So yeah, this is interesting. If I run and he gives me a check and I run again, let's say, to a8. How does he deal with this now? Maybe then he can play e3. Because I don't have knight d3 anymore. How would this differ though? Because takes, he still can play e3. But then I get the fork. That's the difference. If I trade queens, I have access to c2. So I think we have to block with the queen. And then, but then you wonder why not here? Because now if I move the queen, this is not a pin anymore. So I think it has to be queen e6 for those reasons. Again, if I move the king somewhere, the problem is he could even just play, he could just play e3 immediately even. Doesn't have to give me a check. He could just play e3. So I have to go here, challenge the queen, and then I get the fork. Okay, good. Opening up chat. I like that one. That was a nice educational puzzle. 5 points for that. 2907, new personal best. Going to update the stream title. Aiming for 2910.